Dick Grayson has fought tirelessly to make his dream and Alfred's dream of a better world a reality. But when the villain Heartless finally closes in, will this spell the end of the Pennyworth Foundation and all of Dick's good work? Well, let's hop into the pages of Nightwing issue number 114. The kickoff to the Fallen Grayson storyline and the finale of Tom Taylor's time on the Nightwing series. What'll happen next? Well, let's hop on in together and find out, shall we? So then, the first thing you may notice about this series is that it actually jumps around in time a fair amount. As we begin, we actually get to see the first time that a young Dick Grayson ever actually tried to soar through the air like his famous acrobat parents. To make a long story short, he didn't exactly make it that far before eventually falling and knocking himself out. Falling, you won't be too shocked to find out, is actually something of a major theme here in the storyline called Fallen Grayson. From there, we transition on over to Nightwing and his dog Bitewing as they traverse a snowy mountain peak. Why are they up here right now? Well, it's to help Nightwing get over his fear of heights. Again, you'll remember kind of a B story that's been going on since issue 107, is that Nightwing has been freezing up during moments that he would normally excel when it comes to high places. This is obviously very, very bad for a man in his line of work, and also pretty surprising for a guy given his upbringing, both as a world-class superhero and as a world-class acrobat too. In fact, we see how Nightwing has been forced to adjust his crime-fighting style to make up for his new shortcomings as he chases down a thief throughout the streets of Gotham City, where before he would take to the roofs to really give him an edge in this sort of situation. It's while chasing this guy in his internal monologue, Dick talks about how Gotham City has really been ravaged over the last couple years. It always feels like it's at the epicenter of some kind of war. Only these aren't soldiers, these are regular people who are going to be carrying the scars of all of this for many years to come. In fact, the thief that Dick was chasing down didn't steal money or diamonds, he stole food. And now, thanks to Dick, it looks like he's going to have some literal and metaphorical scars of his own that he's going to be carrying around with. But thankfully, though, Dick has also thought about this as well. It's right around here, too, we also remember that Dick is currently being spied on by Heartless, the ultra-wealthy serial killer who quite literally steals the hearts from people who are loved. Heartless has been obsessed with Dick for years. In fact, he truly came into his own as a functioning psychopath at the very show where the Flying Graysons fell to their death. Meaning that Nightwing and his most hated foe here have actually been living intertwined lives for years, they just had no idea, and now Heartless is finally ready for his final push against Nightwing. With the help of Tony Zuko, yes, that Tony Zuko, the same man who actually killed the Flying Graysons, Heartless has managed to amass an army of street soldiers made up of those formerly loyal to Maroni and Blockbuster. He knows these guys won't just follow anyone, even if they are very generously reimbursed, and because of that, Heartless has opted to kidnap all of their children to ensure 100% loyalty and to add another grim dimension to these proceedings. Hell, just to really rub some salt in the wound too, Heartless goes out of his way to ritually brand all of his brand new henchmen with his logo. Because, you know, in this day and age, a little brand recognition goes a very long way. Now, remember before I said that Dick was looking to try and cure the ills of Gotham City? Well, it seems that because the Alfred Penny Foundation did such amazing things for Bloodhaven, they want to try and move the Foundation here to Gotham as well. Hell, even Bruce Wayne is being sure to co-sign his son's new operation by throwing him a big fancy gala ball complete with a lot of other rich jerks who are desperately looking to appear less like jerks by buying into this brand new foundation and its proven track record. One of these jerks turned out to be none other than Lyle Shelton, former childhood bully of Dick Grayson, who we as the reader know is actually the alter ego of Heartless, though Dick himself hasn't quite figured that one out yet. When the time for speeches comes, Bruce Wayne actually gives a really impassioned one about how much helping people means to him and his family, and how Alfred was this billionaire in secret, but who continued to serve others because that's what made him happiest and what made him feel like he was really making a change in the world, and how this spirit is very much alive in his beloved son Dick, and he only wishes that Thomas and Martha Wayne were alive long enough to meet him. Again, it's all very heartwarming stuff here, but the mood quickly ends up changing when from the audience a gotcha journalist questions where exactly the funds for the Alfred Pennyworth Foundation are coming from. You see, apparently when famous gang boss Blockbuster died, his entire dark fortune was actually signed over to the charity. This journo even has a picture of Dick, Barbara, and Dick's mayor sister having a meeting with Blockbuster. The only problem is that Nightwing doesn't even have a moment to defend himself from these accusations, as at that very moment, Heartless and his goons pull the fire alarm, causing the crowd to scatter before eventually planning to launch their attack as the comic comes to a close. And so that was Nightwing issue number 114, everybody, and overall I would say that this is a pretty strong kickoff to everything that Tom Taylor has planned here for the big finale. You can really see that there was a lot of different moving pieces that were all meant to converge here and now right at the end. In fact, as a longtime reader and fan, I'm glad that Tom Taylor met something that fans have been saying since the beginning of this run, and that is, hey, if the Pennyworth Foundation is doing so good, why don't they just try and do the same thing in Gotham? Well, they are, and it looks like it might be the beginning of the end. Gotta take my hat off, too, for Heartless as a creation. It's rare that new villains stick around as long as he has, but also to be the main focus villain basically for an entire run. It's basically a masterclass in making sure to use him just enough so you don't forget about him, but not so much that he ends up losing all impact and mystery. I'm also invested to see what this whole mountain quest means for Dick and what he'll learn about himself and what's actually causing these fear of heights. Overall, I think I'd feel comfortable giving this one a very positive 8 out of 10, and I can't wait to see where it goes from here, though I will be a little sad to see this run go when it does. Hey there everyone, it's your old pal Cape Joel again, thanking you so much for watching to the end of the video. I hope you enjoyed it, and if you did, why not check out my Amazon link down in the description. Yes, that's right, the Cape Joel channel officially has its own Amazon storefront now. You can pick up a comic or anything else for that matter, and if you did, you'd really be helping me in the channel. So with that out of the way everyone, I will see you again next time. Bye-bye.